It is Thursday, December the 15th, 2022. Good morning, I'm Pearson Bowen. This is the CBC Morning Report. The Barbados Light and Power Company has sent a letter to the Barbados Renewable Association dated November the 28th, indicating they'll be implementing mitigation measures that, with respect to the addition of photovoltaic systems to the grid. That letter also requires future connections to have battery support. Well, taking issue with this development is the Barbados Association of Professional Engineers. President Lieutenant Colonel Trevor Brown, who has been arguing that what Barbados is seeking to achieve is a complex energy transformation which needs to be properly planned and executed, and says that failing to do so could well result in a Ponzi-like scheme. Lieutenant Colonel Brown joins us live now. Good morning to you, Lieutenant Colonel.
Good morning, Pearson. Thank you for having us on the show.
Thank you for joining us. Now, what concerns you greatest with this situation?
Well, nothing concerns us with the announcement from Light and Power. We fully anticipated that this point would come. Essentially, what the utility is saying is that the Barbados electricity network has now reached the point where its stability is being threatened by the high levels of variability that has been introduced into the system by mainly RE installations. As you know, a traditional power system is a very complex operation, and they need to balance the cumulative electric power needs of customers against the simultaneous generation from the system. This is what we call the dynamic equilibrium, so that as customers turn on and off loads, the equipment is able to respond. We are now reaching the stage where this is becoming so unstable that it is threatening the continuity of the system. That is what concerns us.
So how do we fix it from your point of view?
Okay, as I said, and we've been saying for a while now, this is a particularly complex engineering situation. And the way to fix it is to get the people who really understand these complex systems to sit down together, to make a plan in the interest of Barbados going forward, to share the plan with all Barbadians so we understand what we're doing and what we need to go through, and then to implement that plan. And what we have been seeing instead is a fairly, almost mad rush to maximize financial benefits from what is in fact a brilliant, innovative, creative policy that has been enunciated by government. So we are fully on board with the need to change to renewables. The methodology and the approach is what concerns us in the engineering profession.
I get the impression by listening to you that the thinking perhaps is that there is no detailed plan. Is that in fact true?
Absolutely 100% true, as far as we are publicly aware, unless it is a major secret plan. So what we are saying is that such a plan needs to be a public plan. This transformation is a Barbados transformation. It is not a private enterprise undertaken by any particular person or organization. It's going to impact every single person in Barbados. And such a plan needs to be put in place. It needs to be shared publicly. It needs to be peer reviewed by people who actually understand these issues. And then it needs to be professionally implemented. This is the approach that needs to be taken for this very critical government initiative to be successfully implemented.
Given the letter that has been sent since November the 28th, we're talking about implementing mitigation measures. What are some of those mitigation measures as you know it?
Essentially, the mitigation measures are saying that either new additions to the system will come along with adequate battery backup protection, which essentially is going to at least double the cost, and typically more than that, and complicate the installations, or they will have to wait, and that's what they mean by mitigate. They will not be connected to the system until the company itself is able to put in place battery backup capacity to cover that renewable energy installation. And basically, given the availability of batteries now, you are actually talking years before that kind of capacity is available.
So the cost for the batteries backup would be at who? The provider, or is at the individual, the resident, the householder?
Oh, it will be at the person whoever is installing the PV system. So basically what they're saying which is something we have been saying from the very beginning, is that these PV systems are more complicated than just putting panels up. They need to come with backup capacity. If you understand the way that the electricity network works, these systems need to come along with supporting storage capacity. And this is what the company is now actually physically putting in place. The truth is, in a normal system, there is a degree of flexibility that allows the initial installation of some PV without batteries, because the overall system itself can accommodate that flexibility, that variability. Mm-hmm. But we have now reached that limit, which is what the company is saying. And in the interest of protecting the integrity of the overall utility network, they have no choice really but to take these steps.
So given all that we know, what is the Barbados Association of Professional Engineers going to do so that we get the things that you're seeking to achieve?
Well, the Barbados Association of Professional Engineers is a professional body of engineers, and we just happen to be people in Barbados who have members who actually understand these issues. So we are able to sit down and to discuss these issues with people who actually understand what is going on in the background, the complexity of the issues. So what we have been trying to do is to share our concerns and try to encourage those other persons who are actually, in many cases, the drivers of what is happening in energy, to take the right steps. And some of these steps are quite complex and quite, and some of them are quite expensive, as we have come to see now with this decision from Light and Power. So that it has not been an easy road to get people to jump on the correct bandwagon and do it the right way. But we have been going after that. There needs to be a plan. I mean, we cannot get around that. We need to have a national plan for how we're going to make this complex transformation work. There is a reason, Pearson, why nowhere else in this world have done what we are attempting to do. It is because it's extremely complex. It is not impossible, but it is complex and it needs to be properly planned. We cannot just drift into such a complex solution.
And such a complex solution requires plan and time. Lieutenant Colonel Trevor Brown, thank you so much for joining us this morning to share from you their point of view and as the point of view of the Barbados Association of Professional Engineers as well. Thank you.
Thank you very much for giving us this opportunity.
You're welcome. Coming up on the CBC Morning Report, the latest on the US-Africa Summit and Russia resumes bombing Ukraine.
Some ask, what makes Barbados so special? We at Mornin Barbados say it's you, our exceptional youth. You are talented, resilient, and inspirational. You are the epitome of the Barbadian spirit, testing the boundaries of your creativity. If you are an entrepreneur, artist, baker, designer, author, or have done anything you think should be highlighted, email us at morninbarbados@cbc.bb. Let us show the world our exceptional Bajan youth.
Books open your heart, your mind, and your soul. They are educational, entertaining, inspiring, and motivating. Are you an author of a recent book you want to share? Then Mornin Barbados would love to feature your book in our The Next Chapter segment. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.bb. That's morning without the G. Come and let us turn those pages together.
Enjoy movies, soaps, drama, comedy, inspiration, education, music, and more. You get it all when you get MCTV, because MCTV gives you more.
U.S. President Joe Biden has stressed a need for balanced partnerships with African nations as the United States seeks to build stronger relations and increase trade with countries across the continent. He was addressing the opening trade forum at the U.S.-Africa Leaders Summit in Washington on Wednesday.
Joe Biden says the agreement will give American companies access to a market valued at $3.4 trillion. Biden is hosting African leaders and delegates in the U.S. Capitol for the three-day summit. Washington is trying to counter growing Chinese and Russian influence on the continent.
This forum is about building connections. It's about closing deals. And above all, it's about the future, our shared future. We've known for a long time that Africa's success and prosperity is essential to assuring a better future for all of us, not just for Africa.
The White House has been stressing that it respects the sovereignty and geostrategic priorities of African nations, and that it wouldn't use the Leaders' Summit to lecture nations about doing business with US rivals China and Russia. But the US does want to expand its footprint in Africa, and Joe Biden used his address at the summit to make the argument that the US and its corporations will be a great business partner with African nations to ensure mutual success.
And the United States is committed to supporting every aspect of Africa's inclusive growth and creating the best possible environment for sustained commercial engagement between Africa companies and American companies. The United States is all in on Africa's future.
The second day of the summit saw several hours of panel discussions about the potential of US-African trade and investment. But everyone here is aware that China has surpassed the US by a long way in business and strategic partnerships, and that the US is not thrilled with those investments. What the nations here have been making clear is that they will not be beholden to any power as they look to the future. The president of the Democratic Republic of Congo using a photo opportunity to quietly criticize the US after receiving condolences for the flooding in the country that's killed at least 100, for example.
You've just given us now sincere condolences for the tragedy in Kinshasa. Thank you for your condolences. But this is the very example of what we have regretted. For some time, the support from countries who pollute, and which unfortunately leads to negative consequences in our countries that cannot protect themselves from this.
Thank you very much. Thanks.
Joe Biden isn't having any bilateral meetings with the African leaders here. That's the responsibility of Secretary of State Antony Blinken. Instead, the White House said Biden would have informal little moments with leaders at the forum and at a White House dinner. It is fascinating watching US officials trying hard not to talk about what they feel are the malign intentions of China and Russia. But they know that to do so is to suggest that African nations are somehow naive and unaware of the consequences of their own strategic priorities.
3 explosions were heard in the center of Kyiv as Ukraine says it has shot down a number of Iranian-made Shahid-shaded drones in the latest attack by Russia.
It looks bad, of course, but it could have been so much worse. Thankfully, no one was underneath the drone when it was shot down and crashed into this Kyiv building early on Wednesday morning. Svetlana cleared up the damage at her father's flat just across the way.
Actually, it's a good morning because we are alive, and this is just glass. It can be removed and replaced. It's not a big deal.
It's a stoicism born of experience. For months, Russia has targeted Ukraine's cities and power infrastructure. But stoicism does not mean apathy.
It just makes us very much angry. Very much angry.
This time, the attack was a failure.
Based on preliminary information, all 13 drones were shot down by Ukrainian air defense. Well done, I'm proud of you. Dear citizens, we are grateful to the air defense, and don't ignore the sirens.
But previous drone strikes, particularly when paired with cruise missiles, have been more successful. Since mid-October, Russia has damaged every one of Ukraine's thermal power plants. And the Russians' drone of choice is this. They call them Gerans. But despite Russia and Iran's denials, they're widely believed to be the Iranian-made Shahed 136 and its smaller version, the 131. Al Jazeera was given rare access to recovered examples being studied by Ukraine's military intelligence.
Yes, this UAV does the most damage to us, because Russia uses it most often. Its warhead is 50 kg, and the warhead of 131 is 20 kg.
Keeping his real identity secret, Vasil told me what's inside them. Despite the drone's assumed Iranian origins, almost all the components are foreign. Some are even Ukrainian.
Talisman, Canada.
This is from Canada.
So
that's interesting because it shows that despite being under sanctions, Iran is still managing to get hold of components like this. Some suggest Russia's use of imported drones means it has diminishing stocks of its own precision missiles, but Ukraine knows it can't be complacent.
Despite the destruction you see here, it was a lucky day for Kyiv. 100% of the drones shot down, no deaths, and no injuries. But who's to say the next time this happens they'll be so fortunate? And that's why Ukraine is making better air defence one of the most important requests it's making of its friends and allies.
Well, with all that's happening in the world, we sure could use a little good news today, can't we? Well, this morning when you join me at 6:30 for Morning Barbados, we'll meet a young man, 20 years old, from St. Vincent and the Grenadines, who's doing some outstanding work. His purpose is to make a difference in his world and in our world as well. We get to hear his story. Also, this weekend coming up, there's the Holiday Bazaar. For those of you who are looking for things that are a little bit different and some services as well. We'll tell you more about where it will be and how you can be a part of it. And this morning, too, the chairman of the Barbados Hotel and Tourism Association will join us just ahead of Barbados going into its winter tourist season. We want to know the state of the industry. We want to continue basking on those who were celebrated recently in the awards ceremony as well. So that and a whole lot more coming up at 6:30. Do join me for Morning Barbados. We'll take a break here. We're coming back in just a moment.
Enjoy movies, soaps, drama, comedy, inspiration, education, music, and more. You get it all when you get MCTV, because MCTV gives you more.
While you go about your business, we go about our business, and that is gathering the news. Stay up to date at CBC News Barbados on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Get news update on radio throughout the day. And join us for the CBC News Night at 7 every night. CBC News team is on the job and bringing you the news.
Because you love English Premier League, MCTV has got it back. Now you can watch all the games of the English Premier League plus UEFA and NFL on MCTV. Current customers can upgrade to Max Pack Extra at just $23. Call MCTV today at 228-6288 to upgrade or come in and sign up for a new service. Football fans, let MCTV get you back in the game.
Think before you click, patrons, think before you click. Don't forget now, before you spread wrong information. Think before you click, just stop and think. Think before you click, BBS. Think before you click. If you can't confirm the source of the information, think before you click. When friends send news to your phone, check the source or leave it alone. Cause people creating fake news to deceive you and confuse. Alright yo, accident broadcast on WhatsApp. Check yourself, don't forward that. Have respect for the victim's family. You would not share family like that. Think before you click, patrons, think before you click. Don't forget now, before you spread wrong information. Think
Scores of Barbadians could be turning the keys to their own homes by the end of the year. Minister of Housing, Lands and Maintenance Dwight Sutherland gave the update after a tour of the Ridge Meadows in Christchurch. Trevor Thorpe reports.
The development of 75 acres is part of what government calls a silent housing revolution.
That is why we're here to showcase BGA Investment Limited and Ridge Meadows, this 565 houses, affordable housing for middle to lower income persons. That's why we are opening Aline's Court before Christmas, 20 units. That's why we are now doing the infrastructural development at Concordia, which is north of the Her Majesty's Dodge Prison, where we will have some 150 low income houses, persons earning less than $2,500 net per month. So most of our projects, I said to the media, will be targeting middle to low income.
And there are plans for another 450 houses.
We're down to over 1,000 houses to be built within the next year and a half. And if all goes well, we intend to partner with BGA Investments along with other private sector entities to build up more than half of what we need over the next 5 years.
Chairman of BJ Investments Limited, Bjorn Berkham, says giving back is at the core of the project, but he notes securing land is a big challenge.
Getting land is the most difficult part of this whole game. And I'm hoping that the government will assist us in that measure there, that we can then do what we do so well, develop it, build it, and sell it.
Mr. Berkham says helping Barbadians to own a piece of the rock is a major part of their business. Trevor Thorpe, CBC News.
Barbados' new digital Trident ID cards will soon be accepted as a substitute for a driver's license. This was among topics raised in the upper house as senators discussed amendments to the Road Traffic Act yesterday. Minister of Energy, Senator Lisa Cummins, has described the changes as positive.
In the absence, Mr. President, of a driver's license, your information giving that your driver's license is current and up to date is meant to be captured within the information covered by the new identity card. And on that basis, the amendment allows for us to use on the presentation of our identity documents to a police officer or transport officer, either or, provided that the two have the correct information, and the Trident ID card will do so.
COVID cases are climbing for the Christmas season in Belize. 259 new cases were reported since the weekend. Health officials there said that's a significant jump from November, when the daily positivity rate was at 2%. According to the Director of Public Health and Wellness, Dr. Melissa Diaz, it appears the country is entering a new wave of COVID.
We do know that in November, early November, and from October, early November, we have noticed a significant decline in COVID-19 cases. And we have also been following up hospitalizations. And again, there has been significant decline of hospitalizations due to COVID-19. We noticed, and the data shows in week 48, 47, and this is the last 2 weeks of November, that we had quite a low number of COVID cases. Less than 2% was our positivity case rate. And most of the cases were due to acute respiratory illnesses, secondary to viruses, enterovirus, parainfluenza. There are many other viruses that cause similar symptoms. But we did notice that in week 49, which is just the first week of December, there has been an increase. And if you notice the infographics from yesterday, you would see that the positivity rate has gone to 9.9%. And this is a significant jump. And there are many reasons for this. We have not only been seeing an increase in COVID cases in homes, but we have had an outbreak at Colby, at the prison, and that has accounted for a significant increase for the Belize district. So for the Belize district, for the COVID cases, we have gone up from about 2% to the last week, going up to almost 16 or 17%. So that's really the reason that we're seeing that significant jump, because Colby Foundation, the prison had about 42 to 43% positivity rate last week. Now they have managed it well.
Jamaica's National Road Safety Council is hoping the soon-to-be enacted Road Traffic Act will see new legislation and fewer fatalities this year. The act is to be implemented in February 2023. Vice President Dr. Lucien Jones says smoking and drinking while driving contribute to the increased number of road fatalities.
He says, in particular, the smoking of marijuana proves to be a major risk while driving.
We know that the data shows us very clearly that if you smoke marijuana and drive, you have difficulty staying in your lane. And so you can either crash head on into another vehicle or you can run off the road. And a lot of that is happening. You're not aware of what is happening around you. So if a child is running across the road, you're going to react much slower.
He notes the surge in road fatalities include both private and public operators.
The number of private motor car drivers who are dying and passengers. People are not wearing their seat belts. And of course, the drivers are speeding. And they are speeding and they are guilty of improper overtaking, overtaking long lines of traffic and crashing into other vehicles.
Meanwhile, Dr. Jones says there will be new policies to train young drivers and the training instructors to reduce road fatalities.
The graduated driver's license system, whereby somebody who is, say, for example, 18, gets a license but is not allowed to drive by themselves or at nights or with any alcohol in their body. So there are different variations of this particular scheme which was started in the United States. So the whole point of this is to try and reduce the number of young drivers.
The country has seen a number of road fatalities this year, with a grim projection of possibly many more before 2022 expires.
Guyana's government has come in for praise from the U.S. ambassador to that country following the announcement of recent salary increases, including those to healthcare workers. TVG reports.
On Monday, President Dr. Irfaan Ali announced a $1.5 billion increase for over 5,000 health workers. U.S. Ambassador Sarah Ann Lynch took time to laud the move while delivering remarks during the signing of an agreement for the Gas Ashore project today.
And while slightly unrelated to today's signing ceremony, I have to congratulate the government of Guyana also on increasing wages for the health sector workers and public servants recently. We know that very well that Guyanese are smart, capable professionals who need to be paid fairly for their work, and steps like the one you took yesterday, earlier this week, are key to recognizing and retaining key talent, critical talent in Guyana to aid with this rapid economic transformation.
The ambassador further noted that the U.S. Embassy remains committed to helping improve Guyana's prosperity and deepening bilateral relationships. In his announcement, President Ali revealed that medical officers will now have their current minimum salary increased from $219,878 to $300,000, representing a 36.4% increase. Depending on their postgraduate experience, medical doctors will receive further increases. Specialist doctors such as gynecologists and endocrinologists will now have their minimum salaries increased from $276,536 to $450,000, an additional 62.7% increase. Other categories of increases that were announced include dental and lab aides, pharmacy staff, midwives, community health workers, and medics.
Peru has declared a nationwide state of emergency amid a week of protests and political upheaval following the removal and detention of former President Pedro Castillo.
He is currently in detention, charged with rebellion and conspiracy after trying to dissolve Congress last week. Earlier, a hearing to decide whether he would stay behind bars was postponed. Mariana Sanchez has more from outside the jail, where the former president is being detained, and where a number of those protesters had also gathered.
We're outside the jail where former President Pedro Castillo is being detained. There's a small group of protesters, supporters of Castillo, who have come here. They were waiting to hear from the judge who was to decide whether Castillo would be freed or stay in jail. But that hearing has been changed for Thursday.
A group of Ethiopians and Kenyans are accusing Facebook's parent company of failing to regulate posts on the Tigray conflict. According to the plaintiffs, some of the posts directly caused deaths. In sports now, the West Indies women have fallen into a 2-0 hole in their 5-match T20 international series against England. Last night at Kensington Oval, they lost the second fixture by 16 runs. The visitors made 141 for 6 off their 20 overs after opting to bat first. Player of the match, Sophia Dunkley, top scored with 43, while Windies skipper Hayley Matthews took 3 for 15. The hosts were then restricted to 125 for 8. Afi Fletcher top scored with 18, while Charlie Dean took 3 for 22. England now lead the series 2-0 after winning the first match of the 5-game series in Antigua. Here's a look at forecast conditions now as recorded earlier at the Met Office of the Grant Lee Adams International Airport, Barbados. At the moment, 26 degrees Celsius under fair conditions. The winds are coming from the north-northwest at 11 kilometers an hour. Expect a low tide at just about 23 minutes to 2 this afternoon. We'll have a high tide at 5 minutes after 9 this morning, the second at 25 minutes to 9 tonight. Seas are predicted to be moderate in open water swells ranging from 2 to 2.5 meters and increasing. Barbados today, a mix of sunshine and clouds with a few brief isolated light showers. While tonight should be partly cloudy with a few brief isolated light showers. And now we'll look at some international cities forecasts. That's it for today's edition of the CBC Morning Report. I'm Pearson Bowen. Morning Barbados starts now.
Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Barbados, get up. Good morning. Good morning, Barbados. Good morning. Good morning to you. Good morning. Morning, morning, morning.
Yes, good morning to you. 'Tis our birthday today, December the 15th, 2022. Good morning. I'm Pearson Bowen, welcoming you yet to another edition of the Morning Barbados. Grateful for your company. If you're here or there or anywhere, it's always really good to see you. Thank you so much for joining us on this Thursday morning. Now today, we'll be sharing with you everything delightful. Don't forget you have a great reason to come into our plaza today because we're having a big celebration in the CBC car park, so we're looking forward to having you there. We'll tell you more about that. Bim Got Talent. They're appealing to you as well in the Christmas food drive. We'll give you the details and how you can engage with it. We shall be today calling one of you to let you know that you are a winner in our CBC Christmas competition. What are you going to give me for Christmas? So listen up for that call in just a little bit. The Methodist Church, the Bethel Circuit, as a matter of fact, is having a Christmas gift of music. When is it? Who's going to be at it? How can you be a part of it as well? And so we'll share those details with you straight ahead. We'll meet this morning a young man, 20 years old, from St. Vincent and the Grenadines. He's a Hay ambassador, but he has a story to tell. Can't wait to talk to him in just a little while. Also today, that Christmas bazaar. Yes, the holiday bazaar is on this weekend. Where will it be? Who will be there? And what can you find when you get to the bazaar? You shall hear this morning. But let's get started by continuing the celebration of the Barbados Hotel and Tourism Association. And they've had a huge, big, glitzy gala just recently. Joining us to talk a little bit about it and the state of the industry really is our chairman, our friend here at Morning Barbados, Renee Coppin. Good morning to you, Renee.
Good morning.
Happy holidays, Renee. You look stunning.
Thank you. I feel very festive, so.
You look it indeed. And we're continuing to celebrate with you and the Barbados Hotel and Tourism Association. You've just had on the weekend gone a big 70th anniversary award ceremony. That must have felt good coming out of all the challenges that you've been through in the last couple of years as an association.
It really did. I have to say that for our industry, obviously, we are an in-person industry. And so COVID, in addition to the financial devastation, just the inability to connect with our family of guests, our colleagues, it was really very difficult. And so when we were finally given a little bit of freedom by the loosening of restrictions, and to have the ability to celebrate on Friday evening with so many of our professional colleagues, our staff, it was just, I have to use the word magical.
When one stops to think about it for just a second, the COVID pandemic caused a lot of people to stop, but the hotel industry had to find creative ways to sustain and to continue, and your partners have been able to do so. What are some of the stories that you've been able to tell now coming out of that experience?
I think the thing that really we learned about ourselves in the industry was our resilience. I mean, it was tested. I was in the industry since 2000. And I think this has obviously been the most testing time. The financial crisis in 2008 was a difficult time for the industry, but this one really tested our mettle. And so we had to learn, as you said, to pivot a bit. We became quarantine facilities. We were doing things and dealing with things we really were not trained to do, because we are trained not to keep people locked away, but to encourage them to go out and enjoy Barbados and to come here and connect. So it was really a different space for us to be in. But I have to say the members pivoted well. They tried to find ways to support the guests who were in quarantine. We had some really challenging situations because it became very psychologically difficult for people who were locked away and who were obviously not used to being locked away, when we had delays with results. All of those things we were dealing with as an industry. And we learned to adapt to our new space. And I think our members really have to be celebrated for the work they did in supporting the Barbados as we were trying to go through that period. I mean, a lot of us had no training in mental health. We had to deal with mental health issues. We had to deal with things that really were completely new to us. So our workers really stepped up to the plate. Our staff and our teams really were able to bring their best selves to the table in delivering service to the guests under these new circumstances.
And finding those paths for continuation, because you have to be resilient, as you've said, but you must be able to also recreate oneself. And that's what we want to celebrate as well, because I know part of what happened on the weekend was the ability now to offer scholarship opportunities for those who have taken on the industry. Let's talk a little bit about that.
Well, the scholarship opportunities actually weren't specifically linked to the gala, but they are an initiative that the BHA has undertaken. We recognize that there are challenges now in staffing in our industry. We are really having a difficult time in finding the kinds of persons that we're used to. And Barbados is well known for the quality of our service and for the people in the industry. And so we feel that we need to, as a BHA, become more involved at the level of education and awareness, and trying to support the work of great institutions like our Jean Norma Holder Hospitality Institute, which is part of our BCC, our university, because we are trying to get the best and the brightest into this industry. And that is how we're going to do that. So we do have scholarships. We've just awarded 3 to the Jean Norma Holder Hospitality Institute, to 3 of their really outstanding students. And hopefully before the end of the year, we'll be doing 3 more to the University of the West Indies. And that is going to be an ongoing program. And one of the things that really touched me was when the young lady said she's going to be able to study hassle-free without having to worry about where, certain things that she needs are going to come from. It was really a powerful moment.
That is indeed beautiful. I want to turn now to the state of the industry. Things are changing. Britain is going under some serious austerity measures, and they're talking now about strikes and the like. Paint for me the picture of the state of the industry now, and then positively pivot me into the future.
So I think we're no longer as, having lived through the last 2.5 years, I think maybe we have become desensitized to these headlines and this information.
Yes.
When we hear it, we're like, okay, we're just going to deal with it. So right now we recognize in a lot of our source markets there is a lot of turmoil. But for us, it is always about focusing on the things that we can control, how best we can ensure that we are positioning ourselves as a country, as an industry, to be the most competitive, the most compelling, the most attractive, so that when those guests, because they are going to go on vacation, and if there's one thing I can say about Britons, is their vacation is sacred to them. So we know that they're going to be making choices about where they travel. We want to ensure that Barbados is the choice, the number one choice when they're making those decisions. And so that is really what we can control. Of course, we are worried. There's a lot to be worried about in the state of the world. But really, I think our focus right now is on how can we be the best, the leanest, the fittest, and the most competitive destination, so they choose us when they go to make those choices.
So how can we be the best, the fittest, and the leanest so that they choose us when they make those choices? What are we doing?
There's so many things that need to be done. And one of the things we've been saying to our partners, particularly in government, is that there is a need for the industry to really have the opportunity to thrive and to grow, and for them to create space for us to do that. So we've been speaking to our partners in government about the need for greater facilitation of the industry. We recognize that in order for us to be competitive, we have to be able to support our product and its development. We have to ensure that every operator at every level, and Barbados is known as a luxury destination. We're a very iconic destination, especially in the UK market. But we have players in this industry, and this industry, the genesis of this industry is really our small hotel sector and the indigenous hotel product. And so we need to ensure that we are supporting not just foreign investors who come in and do these really great projects, and we welcome them, but we want to ensure that we're supporting every player across every level of the sector. And so that means that we have to create the facilitation and the opportunity for the persons who are here and invested in this industry to continue to grow and to thrive. And so one of our winners of the awards was a company called Enterprise Growth Fund Limited. And I speak very highly of them because they're one of the financiers to the industry, and they're one that has really put in place mechanisms to support the indigenous product There's a specific fund they have called the Small Hotels Investment Fund, and that has been pivotal. It was created around 2007 when the World Cup was coming, and that has been pivotal in helping our indigenous product to improve and enhance the product quality. And so players like that and initiatives like that are really going to be very important to us as we go forward, because we do have a great product. And Barbados, 70 years of an association means that at least 70 years we've been in this industry. So we're a mature industry. We know what we're doing. And so we just want to create the spaces, the mechanisms, and the support to ensure that this industry can always be the best it's supposed to be.
Part of which is also diversification, because yesterday we just met, from Eco Lifestyle and Lodge. And when we heard of the location and the amenities that they're offering, right away it struck me that it's not simply on the land side by the sea, but other spaces in our country where people can find accommodation that meets their particular need. How focused is the association on creating the diversity in offerings to our guests?
So I want to speak to that, because we have this perception that the only way to do tourism is on the beach, on the South Coast, on the West Coast. That is, again, not the genesis of our product. Our eastern and southeastern coast were really where tourism started, because we started as a health tourism destination. And so the Eco Lifestyle and Lodge is really not a new concept. I think what we are doing is we are realizing that we can compete in spaces that maybe we have not focused attention on in the recent past. So, for example, the Crane is our oldest hotel. Where's the Crane located? It's not directly. It has a beautiful beach, but it's not directly on the beach. This is like Atlantis. We started with a product that was really quite diverse, and so it is us actually going back to our roots a little bit and to providing and delivering the diversity of what this island represents. And with our Airbnb product, what we're seeing is that people are going into space. You will be walking around Barbados or driving and see persons who look like tourists coming out of spaces that you would not expect, because we have Airbnb product now that is spread across the entirety of the island. And so it's really very critical that we continue to support that.
The relationship to the average Barbadian now, let's talk a little bit about that, because it's our business and we have to play our part. But so we don't want to feel as if tourism is apart from who we are. How is the BHTA tackling that so that there's that wonderful integration between the local and the tourist industry?
I speak very strongly to that because I obviously am a local. I grew up in this island, and so I have always grown up hearing that mantra, tourism is our business. And I chose to come into this business because I saw it as something that could provide me with opportunities for development growth. And I think it is very important that we continue, because the nature of our product is that it is integrated into what we do. We don't have large all-inclusives. Barbados, based on our land mass and the density of our population, can never separate tourism from the local population. It will always have to be integrated into our population if we're going to do it successfully. And so it's important that at every step of this journey in tourism, we bring our locals and we bring the people of Barbados along with us. And so, yes, we are obviously pulling in terms of staffing our businesses with locals, but we also want to ensure we're creating opportunities for ownership, that we're showing persons at every level, and from very early on, that tourism is a viable choice in terms of if you're looking to build opportunities. We want to be creating spaces really where where locals can feel like they can participate meaningfully in this industry. And the BHTA is very invested in that. And the scholarship is just a part of that initiative.
Your phone's already off the hook.
I'm sorry, it's my mother. It's my mother. I'm going to have to let her know not to call me.
That's all right. That's all right. We know you're a busy woman, so we don't want to hold you too much longer. But from all of us here at the Morning Barbados show, we really generously want to thank you for your support. Earlier in the year when we had our Valentine's promotion, stunning property, Infinity on the Beach, and the hospitality there was beyond expectations. We want to thank you and your team, but we also want to thank you as chairman of the Barbados Hotel and Tourism Association for continuing to keep that focus on the thing that we love most, tourism here, and treating our guests like who we are. And I wish you and your association all the best in the future.
I really thank you. It's our pleasure always to work with you and your team, and I hope we will have you back sometime in the near future.
We're holding you to that. Thank you very much indeed.
Certainly.
Renee Coppin, you're welcome. Thank you to Renee Coppin, chairman of the Barbados Hotel and Tourism Association. The state of the industry looks good and sound, and she's at the helm. And we know the energy that Renee brings to what she does, that she will be a success. We're going to take a break right here. We're coming back in just a moment.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you. before you click. Agents, think before you click. Don't forget now. Before you spread wrong information, think before you click. Just stop and think. Think before you click. BBS. Think before you click. If you can't confirm the source of the information, think before you click. When friends send news to your phone, check the source or leave it alone. Cause people creating fake news to deceive you and confuse. Alright yo, accident broadcast on WhatsApp. Check yourself, don't forward that. Have respect for the victim's family. You would not share family like that. Think before you click. Agents, think before you click. Don't forget now. Before you spread wrong information, think before you click. Just stop and think. Think before you click. Think before you click. If you can't confirm the source of the information, think before you click.
There is a saying, you can find a Bajan anywhere.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Good morning to you indeed, and welcome all of you indeed. We are grateful for your company. As always, you know CBC, we are celebrating our 59th anniversary of operation today. Today is our birthday. We want you to continue to celebrate with us. We thank you for those of you who've been expressing your congratulations. Really wonderful hearing from each of you. Now, coming up this weekend on the 17th, as a matter of fact, is going to be the all-holiday bazaar. And I know you're wondering what it's all about. Well, joining us to talk about it this morning is the General Manager of the Barbados Youth Business Trust, Cardell Ferguson. Cardell Ferguson joins us, along with Donald Maynard, who is the Public Affairs Officer at the U.S. Embassy in Bridgetown. Good morning, both of you.
Good morning.
Good morning. Cardell, good to see you again. Tell me about the involvement of the Barbados Youth Business Trust Association with this particular effort that's happening on the 17th.
Okay, so the Barbados Youth Business Trust has been working with the U.S. Embassy in promoting the Academy for Women Entrepreneurs. So we've been doing that now since 2019. And what we've been doing is helping females to gain the skills and support necessary to become strong business persons. So that's what it's all about in terms of our working with the AWE. But this weekend, what we're going to do is help these young females to promote themselves and their businesses.
And that's what it is. An association, the Academy of Women Entrepreneurs, the AWE, or I call it, the bazaar is on. And you're working along with the U.S. Embassy. Donald, talk to me a little bit about this association and the work and what we can expect on the weekend.
Sure. Good morning, Pearson, and happy birthday to CBC. It's a great service that you provide for this nation. So a lot of people wonder what happens behind the doors of the U.S. Embassy. You all know about coming for visa interviews and the other sort of political things that the embassy does. But we also work with organizations like the Barbados Youth Business Trust to provide opportunities for the things that Renee was talking about in your earlier interview, and that is for local businesses to develop lean, mean, fit for purpose businesses. So we're working with Cardell and the Barbados Youth Business Trust to provide women in Barbados an opportunity to take their business idea, develop it into an income-generating, revenue-generating, operating business. But this Saturday, we get to have some fun. I've been watching Mornin Barbados every day, and I see the "What are you going to give me for Christmas?" call-in campaign that you're running. Yes. And this is a chance for you to go and find something to get somebody that special gift that is going to be produced by a woman in your local economy and is going to help her to develop her business. It's at Worthing Square in Christchurch, 12 to 7 on Saturday the 17th. I'm going to be there for a couple of hours, and to show my solidarity with CBC, the first 10 people that find me in the crowd and ask me what I'm going to get them for Christmas, going to get one of these coffee mugs from the U.S. Embassy. So I'm going to have a few of those in the bag, so look for me.
All right, the first 10 people. Now listen, folks, and there are thousands of you watching. The first 10 of you who find Donald right there at Worthing Square on Saturday, look for him, hunt him down. The first 10 of you will get that beautiful mug indeed. This is lovely. Thank you, Donald, for joining in with us and celebrating our anniversary indeed. But, you know, I like the way, Donald, you said, say it again, what are you going to give me for Christmas?
What you going to give me for Christmas?
No, Donald, it is not what you're going to give me. It is what you can give me for Christmas. You did well.
Maybe in 3 years here in Barbados, I'll dial that in, but it's going to take me a minute.
It's going to take you a minute indeed. And so, Cardell, you know, to be able to provide a space for these women to be able to showcase who they are and what they are, and to interact with other people as well as they do so, must be really heartwarming to your business as well.
It is. It's an opportunity for us to showcase the support that we give to these females so that they can then go out and show their best face to the public. It's also an opportunity for us to see how much they have taken on the promotion of their business, how they have made their pitch more sound so that they can sell their ideas and their vision to persons so that they can then come on board in supporting them. I so look forward to seeing all of the products and services that are going to be on display on Saturday. So we have everything. We have concrete accessories that is so fine that you won't believe it's from concrete.
Wow.
We have people, we have people who are giving them marketing services. We have persons who are giving legal services. We have a whole wide host of persons, crochet, anything. Come and get your Christmas gifts.
It's going to be in Worthing Square. Worthing Square is already quite a beautiful area. It's controlled in some sense, but it's still quite open. There's food on location there. You are literally under the baobab tree, not the baobab, but you know, the bearded fig trees that are there. And it is going to be quite a wonderful experience. What time does it start and what time does it end? How many hours of shopping can the women really put in this weekend?
You have 7 whole hours. 8 if you push it.
More than enough, indeed. But I see here, you know, apart from the food and the drinks, there are pedicures, clothing, rum punch, decor, the marketing support of which you speak, the legal advice of which you speak, the jewelry. So there's a range of products and services that will be there.
Correct. And in addition to all of that, we also have persons who are going to be showcasing their food. We're also going to be having art on display. You also have wearable Barbadian pride memorabilias, if you want to put it that way. So come out. That's all I can tell you. It's going to be fun. The DJ is going to make this place live.
Quite fun. Bring the children, bring everybody, bring the whole family, bring Granny if you have to bring Granny along as well. But come, because it's a great marketplace for shopping. It's a bazaar. And bazaars generally suggest not just the activity and the fun, but it also suggests you're going to get some really great bargains. And I know, Donald, you know, you yourself no doubt will be there as you've suggested. And 10 of us, can I be included in trying to hunt you down, by the way, to get my mug?
Where in the world is Donald?
Pearson, we'd love to have you and have CBC come out and join us. You know, Worthing Square on any Saturday is a great place to come and grab a bite to eat and sit outside and just enjoy all of what Barbados offers. And today we're just upping the ante on Saturday the 17th, 12 to 7, 20 plus women from the Academy of Women Entrepreneurs with their produce. Come and support these women and support Worthing Square and say hello.
Yeah, it's really going to be fantastic. So, folks, note his face. Look at him there, right there. That's him. That's Donald. That's the man you're going to be looking for. And when you get, be kind, be generous. It's Christmas after all. Look, that's what you're going to get. He's showing you. The first 10 of you who spot him on Saturday, that's what you're going to get. But apart from that, you're also going to be interacting with a number of wonderful women entrepreneurs who are going to be there. Over 20 of them, 20 businesses or more, who are going to be showcasing some great items for Christmas. This cement thing of which you spoke, Cardell. I want to hear a little bit more about that because it is, how light could cement possibly be? That's the first question in everyone's head. And then you're trying to figure out how else can you shape the cement to make these wonderful bits and pieces that you're talking about.
Yes, and she has been able to make trays, toothbrush holders, several things that you can now use as accessories in your homes. It looks so beautiful, and she has been able to craft it, paint it, and make it look like a piece of art. I'm telling you, I'm so impressed with the workmanship of this product. So come out.
So well said indeed. So come out. And so that's what we're going to be experiencing when we come on Saturday to Worthing Square from 12 noon till 7 in the evening. Take your time and go to every single booth because there is a hidden treasure there at every single booth that you do not want to miss. Go to them, bring your purses and your wallets and take some time to be able to, because you're going to find gift ideas, you're going to find gift items, you are going to find the thing that you're looking for as home decor. You can have a pedicure, you can have some crocheted items, you can have seek legal advice if you choose to do so, or you can have so many other people there who are offering all sorts of services as well. Food and drinks, rum punch included. Donald, are you a rum punch drinker?
Maybe afternoon on Saturday. Just to show solidarity, I might try one.
He's on the job. He's on the job, so he can't answer me this morning. That's all right. But for those who may not, you know, there's some other offerings that are there as well. So it's going to be quite. I mean, Worthing Square in itself, and if you don't know, it's near to the traffic lights there in Worthing. And if you know Worthing, you know there's a big commercial bank next door to Worthing Square. There's a petrol station right there at the corner. Not calling business names, you know. So just to be sure, that's where it is. If you've never been there before, it is quite a space indeed, and you're going to feel very comfortable, very familiar immediately in Worthing Square. We want as many of you to really come down there on Saturday from 12 noon till 7 in the evening. Bring the whole family. And there's more than sufficient parking in the area as well. So come down and really shop, support these women entrepreneurs as they continue to showcase what they make, they offer, to show that they are as equal to men as anybody else. And so that's what it's all about, empowering the women and in their business ventures as well. Cardell, you didn't get away. I want to hear you say what you can give me for Christmas.
What are you going to give me for Christmas?
Say it again. Say it again. You see that? You see? We're going to give you some more time to practice your Beijing card as well. That's all right. But I sincere. Yeah, it's going to take a little time. It's going to take a little time on you and on Donald to get it together. But that's all right. We give you the minute you're asking for. But thank you so much, both of you, for joining us this morning to excite us about Saturday's event at Worthing Square. We cannot wait to be there. Donald, thanks to the U.S. Embassy for continuing to support the ongoing work of the Barbados Youth Business Trust. And thank you to Cardell for being such a generous person. Your warmth and your hospitality is truly infectious. And I really want to wish you and your team, both sides, the very, very best of the holidays. Merry Christmas and much success with this bazaar on the weekend. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Pearson. Thank you
You're
very much.
welcome. You're very welcome indeed. And so, folks, now you know where we're going on Saturday from 12 noon. So as you're busy running around doing everything, be busy running around at Worthing Square as well. Home decor. That's what we're talking about for those of you who are getting the house ready for the holiday season. That's what you'll find. You'll find all sorts of other bits and pieces and trinkets there as well as gifts. All Barbadian, all made by our people, but excellence indeed. Want to encourage you to be there, and entry is totally free. There you go. We're going to take a break right here. We're coming back with more on Morning Barbados in just a moment.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
There is a saying, you can find a Bajan anywhere. Are you a Bajan living abroad? Or do you know of one who has migrated to another country? Well, we at Mornin Barbados would love to have you or them on our Bajan Afar segment. Share your amazing stories, experiences, and how you have adapted to a new culture. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.tv, and together we will travel the world.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
It's 7 o'clock. Let me update you on the news now. Scores of Barbadians could be turning the keys to their own homes by the end of the year. Minister of Housing, Lands and Maintenance Dwight Sutherland gave the update after a tour of the Ridge Meadows in Christchurch. Trevor Thorpe reports.
The development of 75 acres is part of what government calls a silent housing revolution.
That is why we're here to showcase BGA Investments Limited and Ridge Meadows, this 565 houses, affordable housing for middle to lower income persons. That's why we are opening Aline's Court before Christmas, 20 units. That's why we are now doing the infrastructural development at Concordia, which is north of the Her Majesty's Dawes Prison, where we will have some 150 low income houses, persons earning less than $2,500 net per month. So most of our projects, I said to the media, will be targeting middle to low income.
And there are plans for another 450 houses.
We're down to over 1,000 houses to be built within the next year and a half. And if all goes well, we intend to partner with BJ Investments along with other private sector entities to build up more than half of what we need over the next 5 years.
Chairman of BJ Investments Limited, Bjorn Berkham, says giving back is at the core of the project, but he notes securing land is a big challenge.
Getting land is the most difficult part of this whole game. And I'm hoping that the government will assist us in that measure there, that we can then do what we do so well, develop it, build it, and sell it.
Mr. Berkham says helping Barbadians to own a piece of the rock is a major part of their business. Trevor Thorpe, CBC News.
Barbados' new digital Trident ID cards will soon be accepted as a substitute for a driver's license. This was among topics raised in the upper house as senators there discussed amendments to the Road Traffic Act yesterday. Ministers of Energy, Senator Lisa Cummins, has described the changes as positive.
In the absence, Mr. President, of a driver's license, your information giving that your driver's license is current and up to date is meant to be captured within the information covered by the new identity card. And on that basis, the amendment allows for us to use on the presentation of our identity documents to a police officer or transport officer, either or, provided that the two have the correct information, and the Trident ID card will do so.
COVID cases are climbing for the Christmas season in Belize. 259 new cases were reported since the weekend. Health officials say that's a significant jump from November, when the daily positivity rate was at 2%. According to the Director of Public Health and Wellness, it appears the country is entering a new wave of COVID.
We do know that in November, early November, and from October, early November, we have noticed a significant decline in COVID-19 cases. And we have also been following up hospitalizations. And again, there has been significant decline of hospitalizations due to COVID-19. We noticed, and the data shows in week 48, 47, and this is the last 2 weeks of November, that we had quite a low number of COVID cases. Less than 2% was our positivity case rate. And most of the cases were due to acute respiratory illnesses, secondary to viruses, enterovirus, parainfluenza. There are many other viruses that cause similar symptoms. But we did notice that in week 49, which is just the first week of December, there has been an increase. And if you notice the infographics from yesterday, you would see that the positivity rate has gone to 9.9%. And this is a significant jump. And there are many reasons for this. We've not only been seeing an increase in COVID cases in homes, but we have had an outbreak at Colby, at the prison, and that has accounted for a significant increase for the Belize district. So for the Belize district, for the COVID cases, we have gone up from about 2% to the last week, going up to almost 16 or 17%. So that's really the reason that we're seeing that significant jump, because Colby Foundation, the prison had about 42 to 43% positivity rate last week. Now they have managed it well.
And that's our news until now. Morning Barbados continues in just a moment.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
There is a saying, you can find a Bajan anywhere. Are you a Bajan living abroad? Or do you know of one who has migrated to another country? Well, we at Mornin Barbados would love to have you or them on our Bajan Affair segment. Share your amazing stories, experiences, and how you have adapted to a new culture. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.vb, and together we will travel the world.
Some ask, what makes Barbados so special? We at Mornin Barbados say it's you, our exceptional youth. You are talented, resilient, and inspirational. You are the epitome of the Barbadian spirit, testing the boundaries of your creativity. If you are an entrepreneur, artist, baker, designer, author, or have done anything you think should be highlighted, email us at morninbarbados@cbc.bb. Let us show the world our exceptional Bajan youth.
Books open your heart, your mind, and your soul. They are educational, entertaining, inspiring, and motivating. Are you an author of a recent book you want to share? Then Mornin Barbados would love to feature your book in our The Next Chapter segment. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.bb. That's morning without the G. Come and let us turn those pages together.
Enjoy movies, soaps, drama, comedy, inspiration, education, music, and more. You get it all when you get MCTV, because MCTV gives you more.
While you go about your business, we go about our business, and that is gathering the news. Stay up to date at CBC News Barbados on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Get news update on radio throughout the day. And join us for the CBC News Night at 7 every night. CBC News team is on the job and bringing you the news.
Because you love English Premier League, MCTV has got it back. Now you can watch all the games of the English Premier League plus UEFA and NFL on MCTV. Current customers can upgrade to Max Pack Extra at just $23. Call MCTV today at 228-6288 to upgrade or come in and sign up for a new service. Football fans, let MCTV get you back in the game.
Think before you click, Bajan, think before you click. Don't forget now, before you spread wrong information. Think before you click, just stop and think. Think before you click, BBS. Think before you click. If you can't confirm the source of the information, think before you click. When friends send news to your phone, check the source or leave it alone. Cause people creating fake news to deceive you and confuse. Alright now, accident broadcast on WhatsApp. Check yourself, don't forward that. Have respect for the victim's family. You would not share family like that. Think before you click, Agents, think before click. Don't forget now. Before you spread wrong information, think before you click. Just stop and think before you click. Think before you click. If you can't confirm the source of the information, think before you click.
There is a saying, you can find a Bajan anywhere. Are you a Bajan living abroad? Or do you know of one who has migrated to another country? Well, we at Mornin Barbados would love to have you or them on our Bajan Afar segment. Share your amazing stories, experiences, and how you have adapted to a new culture. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.tv. And together we will travel the world.
Some ask, what makes Barbados so special? We at Mornin Barbados say it's you, our exceptional youth. You are talented, resilient, and inspirational. You are the epitome of the Barbadian spirit, testing the boundaries of your creativity. If you are an entrepreneur, artist, baker, designer, author, or have done anything you think
There is only one MC here. Is that Lionel's baby? Lionel, is that your baby?
Baby girl, I don't tell.
Back to the business at hand. How old are you today, Lionel?
I turned 37 today, y'all! U.S.
So, what is it like to be in Barbados?
Oh, it's hot. It's hot, and the ladies are beautiful.
So, is Nicole behaving herself now? I know she's got that new clothing line.
Yeah, she's settled down. Her mom's taking care of her, She's traveling the world. She's making a name for herself.
Fantastic. And you're a granddad now.
Yeah.
So, Lionel, any final words for your fans here in Barbados?
Hello. It's what you're looking for.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, Mr. Lionel. All right. Have y'all seen the Dream Girls?
Listen. Oh my gosh, well, I missed that hair, by the way. I missed that hair. We had so much fun. We were house yellow. We were the yellow house. That's who we were. Belle, me, a whole host of us. Really, Betty Lynch was the leader of the house at the time. And we had decided then we're going to do a show called One for One Night Only. Just one night only. The CBC staff would have gotten to see some of their favorite stars. I played the part of Luther, oh, he name again. Lionel Richie, I'm laughing too much. Actually, Lionel sounds a lot like me, oddly enough. Did I not play the part well? I thought I lip-synced very well. But, we had Whitney Houston was there. Tina Turner was there that night. It was done in this very studio where I sit at the moment. And so the staff had a blast. Over the years, we've done some wonderful things. 59 years, some wonderful things together as a staff. And certainly, you know, the wonderful things we've done with you too, Barbadians all over the world. And so we want to thank you so much as we celebrate our 59th birthday today. For those of you online, we couldn't share it with you simply because, you know, for rights, audio rights, we don't have the rights to necessarily play other people's music online. But nonetheless, for those of you who sat at home and watched it, I hope you laughed. I'm crying. I am actually crying, you know, from the laughter. Could not believe I could have been so clownish. Could not believe it. Could not believe it. But it was fun galore. And that's the kind of fun we have here while at work. And that's important, I believe, for any environment where people work, that you get along well, you have fun while you work, and you produce at the end of the day. So hats off to the organizers. Indeed, we had a blast. We're going to show some more, hopefully, team, some more from the concert that we had then for one night only. And so let's turn our attention now. It's now 60 minutes after the hour of 7 o'clock as we continue to welcome more of our guests. Happy to be joined this morning by Maureen Pollard, who is the Congregational Steward and President of the Women's Commission in the Bethel Circuit of the Methodist Church. And with her is another one of the circuit stewards, Linda Messiah. Good morning, both of you.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good to see. Maureen, your cheek was as if you were laughing at me just now.
Yeah, very much.
Yes, I enjoyed that tremendously. It was fun. I had to cut the hair, as you could tell, obviously. Yeah. But nonetheless, you're here to join us today to talk a little bit about an event that's coming up. It's called A Christmas Gift of Music 2. Let's talk about that. Start with you, Maureen. Talk to me a little bit about what it is and why it is.
Hey, good morning, Pearson, and congrats to CBC on their 59th anniversary. And I'm now thinking I have to add an additional act to our show on December 18th. Yeah, so the Christmas gift of music. Everybody's asking, what are you going to give me for Christmas? And Bethel Circuit has the answer for you. We have the Christmas gift of music. Now, this is not just a concert for entertainment only, because we know the benefits of a good gift of music. But this is our annual fundraiser. We started in 2020. And at that time, we recognized the ongoing challenges that people face as a result of the COVID pandemic. And so we wanted to do our part because we were finding increased demands for assistance with food, utility bills, that kind of thing. So we started this as our charity and our main fundraiser. And we donate through our initiative called 5 Loaves, 2 Fish. So that ministry is looking to cater to persons in the communities surrounding our 6 churches.
I like that.
And so this is a concept.
5 loaves, 2 fish. With little you can feed so many, as we know from the Bible story right away with the miracle of Jesus indeed. And so this concert helps you to be able to do so, to be able to meet those needs of those in our community who are crying out for help at this time in particular, but throughout the year as well. And so this concert is on Sunday coming. Where is it going to be?
It's going to be at the Lloyd Erskine Center, starting at 5 o'clock. We have the Barbados Police Service Band. We have a full lineup. Kian Brown, everybody knows how fantastic her ministry is. We have, of course, Red Plastic Bag. Dr. Stephen Walcott is bringing his cast from the Caribbean Handles Messiah, and they will be playing 2 pieces. We have Jane Small, and we know how excellent she is in terms of classical and jazz. And another classical performer is Randy Harris. In addition, we have young Sky Dowridge, who is going to be really blessing us in terms of her rendition of one of the popular Christmas songs. And we, as I said, end the evening with the Mighty Gabby and Red Plastic Bag.
Wow.
So we have quite a lineup. And
Yes.
it's for a good cause. So we're inviting all companies to give this as a gift to their staff or to contribute, as I said, through your donations or sponsorship. So that's Linda to speak a bit about our sponsorship.
Yeah, but you know, Linda, been one thinks of the Methodist Church has been in this region for centuries. And sometimes you think, but the Methodists are stiff. You know, what do you say to that thought, first of all, and show how much at work the Methodist Church truly is in our community still today?
Right. I would say that that's a misconception. We help quietly. So I wouldn't say that we are stiff. We don't get the photo ops and stuff like that, because we're there to help all the persons in our thing. We have 6 churches in our communities, and I will could use Providence. They help in the parish land and the surrounding areas, and we can, that's a city church. So at one point in the day, we have so many people that go to the circuit office asking, and we have the regulars, and now we have other persons that have now joined and come in because of the COVID-19 and the terms of the economies and stuff like that. What I would say that the church has always been doing this charity work. We have the Benevolent Sunday. We have the Care Fund, which we give to somebody named comes to funds shorts. They investigate, and once it's legit, they get a stipend every single second Sunday or the first Sunday in every month. But we do a collection specifically for that. So we have, we don't jump up, shout, and we have been doing our work very quickly, and we have been helping people in this whole thing. We even started where people can present their utility bills if it is legit. Once we have enough funds, we actually would assist in, because we know that those things have not been being paid in with all that going on. And there are people that were not on the list before, but because of circumstances, they have now joined in that list beyond their control. At least they have the head breadwinner would have lost their jobs, Yes. And so we have been out there really, really, really helping. And that's why we want to have this concert, because our church members is the ones that we call on all the time. Some of them too has fallen in that category, and they cannot help as much as they would have been helping. So that's why we are reaching to the wider community. And I'm pleased to say that our PB Foundation help us, and the Sandy Lane Trust have been helping us since we started this new ministry in 2020. And I would like to say also that Mark did come true for us and have given us so many hampers in 2020 when we started this project. So I would like to really thank those persons and ask that they can come on board. We have not only been asking for money, but we have been saying, buy a ticket and give it to someone who really would like to come out. And, music relax person. I would say having a ball. And like Maureen said, we think we have to have you on our next one.
The book says, a good book says, when you've done it to the least of these, you've done it unto me. And I know the church is at work all the time, reaching out to help people, not just spiritually, but physically as well, because you cannot ignore the physical needs. And so this is why this particular event is so critical for all of us really to engage with. It's at the Lloyd Erskine Sandiford Center. It's this coming Sunday. Now, tickets are $50. Where can we get tickets from?
Okay, so right now we have the tickets at the circuit office, but we are also selling tickets now at one of our customers. She has a business in Warrens, and we know that Warrens is very accessible. So her business is Shoe Care Services, Inc. It is in the Dome Mall Annex, and it is situated right behind Burger King, right next to the barbershop. So if persons can't get to the circuit office, which is on Bay Street, right next to Bethel Church, then they can come to that location. We're going to have it available. Or they can call one of us.
Right.
They can call me a number, and they can book the ticket. And if it's within a particular radius, 3 miles, we can even deliver.
Look at what you gonna do, girl. Look at what you gonna do.
Yeah, Lord, yeah. We need to get the help.
Yes, indeed. Yeah. But that's the church again reaching out. And for those of you who are saying, but how you walk onto the Bethel Church compound, you will see the circuit office right there to your right. As soon as you come through the gate, that's the circuit office, and that's where our good friend Linda will be working to really be able to give you your ticket. Maureen, can we pay at the door as well?
Yes, we will have tickets at the door.
Good.
And we also want to encourage companies as well that who want to give a gift of music or a sponsorship. We are also looking for donations. On the day we will have a barrel there. And I know CBC has been collecting, so I'm sure CBC will be kind enough to pass one of their barrels to us. But we will have a barrel so that persons can either come to the church office with non-perishable items or the donations of cash or toiletries, and of course gifts for the children, anything that you can do. And as I said, any way in which you want to help, just let us know. You can contact us at the church office, and you can also reach out to us through our email address, which is methodist@caribsurf.com.
All right, there you go. So
and
folks,
go
ahead.
Yeah, no, I was going to give my number.
Yeah,
right. So my number is 832-1292, and I have Linda give hers.
And my number is 230-1347, and the church office is 426-2223.
Right. So there we go. Those are the numbers to call.
Administrative assistant would be there.
All right.
Signs, right.
Linda promised that if it's within a particular radius, she didn't say the radius, but she says if it's within a particular radius and you've called, book a ticket, they will bring it to you. So we really want as many of you as possible. This is not for Methodists alone. This is for Barbadian spirit to be a part of it. So if you're thinking, oh, that's for them, no, it's for us. It's a Christmas gift of music too. There are going to be some really exciting Barbadian voices there. Alex Cage has a fantastic voice. So too does Randy Harris himself, and Kian Brown, who we know is stellar indeed. And then we have the outstanding work of the Red Plastic Bag, the Mighty Gabby, the Barbados Police Service Band will be there as well. Dr. Stefan Walker, some of his productions will be on showcase as well. So we'd like all of you, as many of you as possible, to come fill the space there at the Lloyd Erskine Sandiford Center this coming Sunday. And it begins at what time, Maureen?
It begins at 5 o'clock.
Great.
Sharp.
Early o'clock in the afternoon, begins at 5. Before the sun sets, you're going to be there.
So you don't have to worry about driving late at night. You're making sure it's early enough that everyone can come out.
Correct.
And you can still get to Mahalia after.
And there's ample parking because, you know, there's space there for parking as well. So you don't have to hurt your head. Don't have to hurt your head. It's a no-brainer. But bring your non-perishable items as well for those who can lend to this as well. We want to encourage as many of you as possible to be there. Thank you, ladies, Maureen and Linda, for joining us this morning and representing the Methodist Church, the Bethel Circuit, so very well. Wish you the very, very best with this upcoming concert, and that many people contribute to the 5 Loaves and 2 Fish ministry as we continue to pay back, to pay forward, as the young people would say, and give back to our community as well. Best of luck. Thank you.
And we look forward to seeing you there, Pearson.
Fingers crossed. You never know. Thank you very much indeed. Have a good day.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much.
Indeed. Morning Barbados takes a break here. We're coming back in just a moment.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Some ask, what makes Barbados so special? We at Mornin Barbados say it's you, our exceptional youth. You are talented, resilient, and inspirational. You are the epitome of the Barbadian spirit, testing the boundaries of your creativity. If you are an entrepreneur, artist, baker, designer, author, or have done anything you think should be highlighted, email us at morninbarbados@cbc.bb. Let us show the world our exceptional Bajan youth.
Books open your heart, your mind, and your soul. They are educational, entertaining, inspiring, and motivating. Are you an author of a recent book you want to share? Then Mornin Barbados would love to feature your book in our The Next Chapter segment. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.bb. That's morning without the G. Come and let us turn those pages together.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
29 minutes after 7 o'clock, we are celebrating our 59th anniversary here at the CBC today. And in our plaza or car park, we're having Q in the community. It's a Q festival. There's going to be a flea market, so all sorts of wonderful bargains on offer as well. Food, drinks, dancing, karaoke. There's a very special line dancing competition, as a matter of fact. So we really want to encourage all of you to come from very early, from 11 o'clock this morning, 11 o'clock. I want to see you in our car park here at the CBC. So please come. Let's celebrate with the CBC our 59th anniversary of operating really and being of service to you, our community indeed. We've done it. We've done it, and we'll continue to do it with your support as well. And we already thank you for viewing, listening, just supporting the CBC in all that we do. We hear you. We hear you. We don't bury our heads in the sand, but in hearing you, we know that you love us and we love you back. So thank you so much for all that you've been able to do with us throughout the years. And I can't see from here because it's so small, but good morning. Congratulations, CBC. Happy holidays. Oh, give thanks unto the Lord, for he is good. You're right. Thank you so very much, Miss Small, it looks like. And Paula Mears says, good morning. Happy anniversary. Thank you very much. We appreciate you. Thank you for your expressions of good work to us. We really do appreciate that, Paula. Thank you very, very much indeed. All right. Bim Got Talent. Bim also has need. And so when we put the two together, we naturally will have Sluggy Dan and Samantha Ermay. Good morning, both of you.
Manners, manners, manners and respect. Manners
Got that right, Sluggy. Manners and respect, my brother. Happy holidays to you.
Same to you, my brother, and I hope that you are doing good.
Yeah.
This holiday season, and I hope that you and everyone at CBC and all the crew have a fantastic Christmas. See you all working hard all year, and they watch every single morning. So
thank you, my brother. Thank you. Thank you. Did you see Lionel Richie a few moments ago?
Yeah.
And Bim Got Talent. It got talent. Did you see Talent?
Of course.
No. I want you to critique what you saw.
Huh?
Critique for me what you saw. Let me hear your assessment.
I wasn't watching good enough to give a fair assessment.
You know what? The team tell me they're going to play again and you can't escape, but that's all right.
Good. No. Play. Let me go.
Oh, he's challenging y'all inside production office? He wants to see a little bit of Lionel Richie?
You want to know the doing talent, Sluggy. You know the realest thing.
And so, take a look. And a listen.
Books open your heart, your mind, and your soul. They are educational, entertaining, inspiring, and motivating. Are you an author of a recent book you want to share? Then Mornin Barbados would love to feature your book in our The Next Chapter segment. Send us an email.
Be a Simon Cowell if you choose to do so. That's all right. Lionel Richie can take it.
Pearson.
Yes.
I have to be real. That's fire. That is fire. Like, that's being real, you know what I mean? Like, that just make me feel, that just make you feel good, you know what I mean? Like, that just make you want party, and the number one objective when you're on stage or any platform is to make others feel safe and make others feel good. And I think you achieve that.
Thank you, my brother. But you know, that was
You're
me
welcome,
seeing, that was really me seeing, you know.
Congrats. Yeah, that's really you singing.
It's like you
got the audience in the palm of your hand.
Yes.
Security. That's what we're talking about. What? Performance of the year.
Sluggy, you're so crazy. That's all right. But it's so good to see, because, and that's what who you are about. You're about supporting people and entertainment and talent, really, at the end of the day. But in your support of all of that, you're also supporting those in need. Talk to me a little bit about this food drive which your Bim Got Talent is having.
Yeah, well, to be honest, well, Barbados, not you, cause you know what's going on from the inside, but I do it every day, all day, you know, because there are a vast amount of people who always need help, who always need support. So I do it all day, every day. Just use the Christmas time to capitalize on the marketing, you know, and the promotion and getting it in people's faces more, because more people can be watching. But this is not really a Christmas thing only, or not really a sometimes thing, as you know, because I speak to you on radio as well a lot. I do this every single day of my life. I just using Christmas time for the marketing and promotion, but this is my life, you know what I mean? This is not like a project really, or this ain't really something I'm doing now. Like this is what I do every day of my life. Peter Pan Bar and Grill, I have to big up them. Material Things Complex, the Worthing Main Road, a wonderful location right on Worthing Main Road, Christchurch there. Reach out to me as well and partner with me, and said they will help out with the kids and help feed some of the children and help donate. And I could use their complex on December 24th, that is Christmas Eve, and we go out there and do some performances. We can have the Junior Calypso Morning, Ahanjia Daniel. We can have third place King K. We can have Carissa Chase, who came in the top 5 for Teen Talent. We're going to have some saxophone players, and we're going to have some wonderful performances right there, Pearson, on Worthing Main Road, with all of my children. And they can brag and say that my children won every single thing. And then have Diana Price, who also won Teen Talent. You know, like, it's something that I feel good about, because Pearson, years ago, you was there from the start when we were just interviewing me, tell you, boy, we just started this project. Now we can tell you, my youngsters won Teen Talent this year. The one Junior Calypso Monarch, you know, King K came third. You know, is a wonderful feeling. So again, I know it's about the donations, but I have to thank you all, because my first interview was with you when it was no starting, and you was asking me why you starting this project. I know we can tell you years later, every single thing they had, we won every single thing, and that's what we feel most pleased about. And all of them that I spoke to you about last time, Pearson, like, including the Hanji and all the rest that did the A levels, all pass, and 3 at UE. Ahanja is doing her degree in pharmacy at BCC. You know what I mean? So come on, man, much bigger than, so like, I can only be happy and try to help them as much as possible. If you got children who poor, who can't afford food, but then getting 4 A levels, then come on, winning everything. You know what I mean? And doing such a great job. All I could do is go hard for them, and I can't only do it at Christmas. But I appreciate the Christmas love, that I could use it to help more people. So, you know what I mean? Any opportunity I could get to ride on the wave, you know, joining the celebration and trying to educate 3 or 4 more young people, I can do it. You know, Pearson, if you call me Holler Sluggy, I'll let you come and talk about this thing. I can tell you, well, can I talk about this here? And you will always say yes. Can I bring along a hand here? Can I bring along record drums? You know what I mean? I remember when it was starting the project with the young producers and trying to get equipment order. One of the youngsters work on drums. He was one of the producers on Coco's big song this year. Somebody said there's a fete going on. He is one of the producers on that, Pearson. One of those children that I started with you. The first interview when they said they got these children. That is now a young man who was one of the producers on Location, which you will know is one of the most heavily rotated songs. Imagine that, Pearson.
Yes. This is fantastic, Sluggy. The work that you continue to do and that you are continuing to do. So with this particular Christmas drive that you're having, so that I don't miss it, you know, what is it that you're looking for, and how can Barbadians today help?
Yes, Barbados, I want to tell you thanks and keep on helping how you were helping. People will call me with food supplies. People will come and ask me what's the account number, what's the first pay number. They will donate, they will send money, they will deliver boxes of food, they will deliver toiletries, they will deliver like laptops, tablets, phones. So people help with learning equipment, people help with food supplies, people help with utilities. So that is what we need right now. We need food supplies, we need help with utilities, we need toiletries, we need learning equipment, and if you want to donate gifts, that would be good. But I put in the children's mind that if someone comes to your mommy house and pay your mommy light bill and phone bill and gives you a box of food, but you don't get a robot or a mock car, don't feel away. You understand? But we all know Pearson is Christmas and they are only children, you know, and they'll be seeing lots of other children having. So if Barbados want to donate gifts, that'd be absolutely awesome as well. And on November the 24th, we're going to be giving out food
December
vouchers.
the 24th.
Sorry, thank you. On December 24th, we're going to be giving out food vouchers. We're going to be giving out food items. We're going to be giving out toys. You know, with the owner, we're gonna be giving out prizes, cash on December 24th, right there on Worthing Main Road, Material Things Complex, and you could donate. First pay number to donate to is 236-3534. 236-3534 is the first pay number to donate to, or you can call or WhatsApp me at 840-3711. 840-3711. We want food supplies, we want toiletries, we want books, we want learning equipment, we want laptops, we need help with utilities and the whole nine. But Barbados, to be honest, the reason why I'm speaking more about what the youngsters doing, because I realize that people is feel good, right, Pearson, and I invest with them. People is feel good to know, well, Sluggy, alright, I gave my money, right? But people is feel better knowing what the children doing. And all I can say is because of them I receive so much support. We all know how the world goes, Pearson. If the children was singing and they wasn't winning everything, people would say, well, why are we giving so much money helping and these children can't become third in the competitions they're doing? They can't even get back at A level. And you can see my children got back all the A levels, top marks, one teen talent this year, one junior calypso monarch this year. We have one of the top songs on radio and all from the Bim Got Talent program, and that's a wonderful feeling, you know.
And that's good, Sluggy.
You
know, our social media contributors are congratulating you. They're giving you their fullest support. So, folks, we want you to encourage you to give, to donate to this effort. Bim Got Talent, the food drive, Christmas food drive. Call Sluggy or send him a WhatsApp message on 840-3711. 840-3711, and he will guide you through on the different ways in which you can donate. Sluggy, we got to leave it there, but I wish you the very best. Happy holidays to you, and I wish you much success with this effort.
And to you and everyone at CBC, have yourselves a merry little Christmas.
That man can sing. Thank you, brother. Thank you very much indeed. Sluggy Dan. All right, take care, buddy. All right. Sluggy Dan and Bim Got Talent. And remember, the Christmas food drive is on. Give him a call. Send him a WhatsApp message of how you can help. 840-3711. We'll take a break right here. We're coming back with more on Morning Barbados in just a moment.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Books open your heart, your mind, and your soul. They are educational, entertaining, inspiring, and motivating. Are you an author of a recent book you want to share? Then Mornin Barbados would love to feature your book in our The Next Chapter segment. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.bb. That's morning without the G. Come and let us turn those pages together.
Enjoy movies, soaps, drama, comedy, inspiration, education, music, and more. You get it all when you get MCTV, because MCTV gives you more.
While you go about your business, we go about our business, and that is gathering the news. Stay up to date at CBC News Barbados on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Get news update on radio throughout the day. And join us for the CBC News Night at 7 every night. CBC News team is on the job and bringing you the news.
Because you love English Premier League, MCTV has got it back. Now you can watch all the games of the English Premier League plus UEFA and NFL on MCTV. Current customers can upgrade to Matchback Extra at just $23. Call MCTV today at 228-6288 to upgrade or come in and sign up for our new service. Football fans, let MCTV get you back in the game.
Think before you click, patrons, think before you click. Don't forget now, before you spread wrong information. Think before you click, just stop and think. Think before you click, BBS. Think before you click, if you can't confirm the source of the information. Think before you click. When friends send news to your phone, check the source or leave it alone. Cause people creating fake news to deceive you and confuse. Alright, yo, accident broadcast on WhatsApp. Check yourself, don't forward that.
Somebody better talk to Vera. I want to talk to she fast. I should challenge you really to be able to sing for me the very first line to that song. I really should, but nevertheless I won't. It's time for us to give someone a call today. That someone could be you. If we call you and you hear your phone ringing, your job is to answer the phone by saying the thing. And if you should, you're going to win this morning, I promise you. So we shall call till we find a winner this morning. Let's see. As Fat Fingers dials away, they tell me when the phone ring, keep quiet. So when the phone rings, I shall go quiet. Like now. Let's see.
Good morning.
Hi, good morning. How are you?
Fine.
Good man. You ready for work?
Pardon me?
Are you ready for work yet?
Yes, Pearson, I'm ready for work.
Yeah, but Errol, you know, if you know it's Pearson, you know what's going on here, right?
Yeah, we can.
And therefore you know, and therefore Errol, you know what you did not do.
Yes, please, you know what I did not do.
So say cheese on, man.
My God, cheese on, man. I can't happen.
These things happen. All right, I wish you a Merry Christmas, Errol. Thank you, okay? Here we go. He's good sport. Good sport. He understands. He understands. But oh dear, Errol. Oh dear. But he was kind enough to answer the phone. So he did the right thing in answering the phone. Let's say if our next person answers the phone and our next person answers the phone correctly, the way we like to hear them answer
The number
it.
you have dialed has...
That is not the way to answer the phone. Let's try again and see if we get someone who answers the phone. Don't forget, folks, today from 11 o'clock this morning in the CBC car park, action galore. Q the festival is on. Q in the community, the big flea market is going to be on, and all sorts of activities all day long. So come down early and spend the day with us. Let's see.
Hello, we are not.
We're not available at the moment. So you're not available at the moment, then you're not available to win this morning. We shall try again and again and again until we get somebody. We have to get a winner today. It's our birthday. And because it's our birthday, we want to really be super generous today. So let's go. Let's see if anyone answers the phone.
The number you have
today.
dialed has...
That's not... Why do y'all do that? Why do y'all do that? Don't you feel it too? So, if you have a cell phone number, come on, man. Come on. All right. Let's see. Everyone seems to have gone off. Seems not to be available. She's probably in the bathroom. And it's a she we're calling at the moment. Alright. Moving along. Moving along. We've had such a good week so far, haven't we? We've had a great week so far with this. I butt up on Thursday. I'd butt up on this. Let's see now.
Good morning.
Hi, good morning. Hi, is this Vernon?
Yeah.
Hi, Vernon. How are you doing?
I good, man.
Your voice sounds a little different early in the morning. You know, wake up?
No.
No. So
I hear you clearly.
You're not hearing me very well?
Hello?
Hello, Vernon?
I am not hearing you clearly.
Vernon, I don't know why. I am muffled. I can hear you quite well, Vernon. This is CBC calling you, Vernon.
Pardon me?
This is the Caribbean Broadcasting Corporation. We placed the call to you, Vernon. Did you hear that?
No.
You hear that, but I don't know. I don't know. So, but nonetheless, Vernon, when you get a chance to listen to your TV, they will tell you that you did not say what you're going to give me for Christmas. So therefore, Vernon, you are not a winner today. Just a plain fact. You're not a winner today. We have one more to try, don't we? Let's see if we try to get somebody. Answer the phone. Answer the phone correctly, please. Let's try one more. What are you guys doing for Christmas? You guys all ready for Christmas? Let's see.
What are you going to give me for Christmas?
Hello? Hello? Yes, sir.
Hello?
How are you? Yeah. Who's this?
You call
Who's
me
this?
now.
Yes, I called your number and asked you who was this because I can't understand who would answer the phone like that.
You don't understand why somebody answers phone like that?
No, I don't.
No, I don't. Who's this?
So, this is CBC calling you. Why did you answer your phone like that?
Me, what you give me for Christmas?
Yes.
Because I know that I entered a competition. I know somebody will call me, so you ask my phone like that.
Are you answering your phone like that all the time since you entered the competition?
Yes, Pearson boy.
No, you know. How dare you ask who's this? But nonetheless, Jeffrey Hope, congratulations to you. You have won yourself by correctly answering your phone the way we like to hear it. Can you sing it, by the way? Can you sing what you're going to give me for Christmas?
I hear that.
Can you sing what you're going to give me for Christmas?
No.
You're honest. All right, Jeff. Listen, you have won yourself a voucher of $100 in gas from Saul, Wildy, and Warren's, all right?
I can get all it now.
No. Wait till somebody call you and tell you when to come, okay? I want it all it now too.
I find E, and I don't have no money to put you. I don't like it now.
What we're going to do is ask our marketing officer to call you as soon as possible then, okay?
All right, my brother.
All right, Jeffrey, take care now.
Yeah.
Bye, man. Jeffrey Hope been with us this morning. All right, so that's it for today. We got one finally. What shall we do now, Mr. Hey, we just got 8 minutes remaining. Imagine that. We'll take a break. We're coming back in a moment.
What you gonna give me for Christmas?
Merry Christmas.
Think before you click, patrons. Think before you click. Don't forget now. Before you spread wrong information. Think before you click. Just stop and think. Think before you click. BBS. Think before you click. If you can't confirm the source of the information, think before you click. When friends send news to your phone, check the source or leave it alone. Cause people creating fake news to deceive you and confuse. Morning. Good morning to you.
months ago at her backups were Betty Lynch and Beverly Wilshire, and we had a blast in Studio A for one night only. Our CBC staff, not just at work but at fun. That's the fun we've been having. Now you will have some fun right here where I am at the moment in the CBC Plaza, well, I call it the CBC car park, because we're getting ready to have you here for Q in the community today. We're going live from 11 o'clock in the morning. QFM will be bringing it to you, of course, all through the day, and we want to see you come here and fill this space. You're going to be having the flea market. The flea people are setting up. The people who are selling are setting up already, and they're getting their wear ready for you. When you come on down, there'll be food and drinks, partying, the music. DJ Scorpion has promised he's going to bring some really great music. So where are you going to be today from 11 o'clock? You shall be at Q in the community as the CBC celebrates our 59th anniversary of independence. Who is that behind me to tell me? Oh, look at my friend June. Come over here. Come quick. This is my June. She running from me for June? Oh, June, you want to run from me, would you? No, dog. This is my friend June. June works with us here at the CBC. June, what are you setting up today?
No person.
You're not setting up anything today?
No.
Did you cook for me today, by the way?
No person.
She's on bread.
Well.
You're not feeling, I hope you feel better.
Thank
but you're
you.
certainly in the Christmas mood, right?
Yes, please.
All right. You know, it's our 59th birthday. June, girl, you've been here for a little while. Your fondest memory, you think?
Yes.
Tell me what you think it was. You remember the houses? When we had the houses?
Yeah, person.
The sport we had?
Yes, please.
What house were you in?
Blue house.
Oh, y'all didn't do too well.
Yes, we did well, person.
Yellow house was the house, girl.
If you say that.
All right, have a good day, June.
Thank you.
All right, and happy birthday to all past members of the CBC as well. I know a number of you are celebrating with us as well here as we mark our 59th anniversary. We got one more to go to 60 years, and we can't wait to celebrate that with you as well. But where are you going to be today? Right here in the CBC car park for Q in the community. We're going live at 11 o'clock, so you're going to be here, aren't you? Great music, great food, great camaraderie, greatness. Oh, by the way, come in your holiday colors, the red, the greens, the yellows, the orange, the things that make you feel Christmassy, the gold, all of those things you want you to come and prepare to have a really good fun. Where am I going? They tell me to come down here, being the lady under the tent. Okay, she's on her phone. I know Mr. Brown is going to follow me. He's going to have to move very swiftly simply because he's tethered by a wire. Hello, good morning. How are you? I'm going to try to get you in quickly. You're doing well?
I am doing all right.
You're in the flea market?
Yes, please.
And you've come to Q in the community?
Yes, please.
Because you know you get great value at Q in the community, right?
Yes, please.
Are you looking forward to today?
Yes, please.
Does that person on your phone realize you're on the TV?
No.
You are on TV. Look over there to that guy in the red shirt and wave. There you go. I wish you well today in the bargain. Thank you for coming to us to celebrate our 59th anniversary of as an operation. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Welcome. You're welcome, indeed. It's our birthday. She has a lot of stuff and a lot of people are going to come. You've got to come too. Come, people. From 11 o'clock, we're going to be here live in our car park. We want you here, all right? Congratulations, CBC, 59 years of serving our community. Thank you all for being with us throughout the years. Thank you all for being with us today. We had a blast. We wish you well. We'll see you, if it be God's will, tomorrow. Take care and bye-bye.